You might find it a wee bit confusing why we're just in a random cave surrounded by diorite. No, it's not. It's granite. But believe it or not, we have kind of changed up the plans, like I do every episode, for our shop. So the item that we're selling is no longer wool. Levi has took the wool, so I've took the stone and all like the stone counterparts, so like stuff like this and smooth stone and cobblestone, all that type of stuff, and like all the blocks that comes with them. I've taken over that role of all those items, and so even though I have a bunch of unfinished projects like the chest room, which believe it or not is actually still being worked on, let's just have actually a look at that. And this is my main elytra, but I'll fly us over to that now, and it's literally just over here. Again, the tower isn't finished, but we will be working on that just in the background. It's just the other things at the moment. Just kind of feels a wee bit more interesting. I know like we should really be doing a villager hall, but yeah, we'll hop in here, and we'll have a look. So that's the pattern we're going with. So that'll kind of go all the way around here as well before we do a roof. So we're starting to clearly get this completed, and we are doing barrels on this part. And then just over here is where I've been gathering the stone for, believe it or not, for our build. This should be here, yep. Because we're going to need a lot of type of stone items just to build the build before we even look at, before we kind of look at what we're building. But I'm going to jump on a creative world. This is the first time I've done a creative world on anything, and I'll show you kind of what we're going for in regards to the shopping district. Because I'm really excited for this. I just got a photo up of what it was, and I was like, do you know what? I'll just give it a go. But obviously add my own touch to it because I can't make it super accurate. I'm not that good of a builder, but obviously in the future I will be a better builder, hopefully. And boom, if you ignore that top bit, it's still work in progress. And believe it or not, this was stone. We're going for an Aztec theme type temple. But we're gonna have our own twist to it. We're obviously gonna have some more stone to it. I was gonna do like some like palettes and stuff up it, but I kind of like just the kind of direct color that it is showing. So yeah, we'll decide to go for some pathway blocks around the edges. We're using a lot of granite and we're going to use a lot of stone. That's why you can see a lot of it. And basically what it's going to be is this on all four sides. I probably will stick some pots, maybe some bushes, just to decorate the side bits. But at the moment, I think this looks pretty cool. Up there, I'm still. Whoa, damn. But up there, it's still kind of a work on progress of what we're doing on top of it. And obviously, the underside isn't cleared. But when we do our build, this underside will obviously be an open area, which will probably have the shop inside it. So the way I'm thinking it is probably we're most likely going to have to walk up here, come into our wee temple thing, and there'll be like either a button or something here that we just drop down inside, and we'll have our shop with all our block items. I'm really excited for this build. Like I'm actually like enthusiastic about it. It's just getting all these materials will be quite difficult to get it fully finished, but I do want to fully complete the build this episode and get some stocking in. So this might be one of my bigger if not biggest episodes yet. So again, we'll just go back to the normal world and I'll show you where we are placing this. And then we're just coming up to where I was planning to build it. It may be a bit more bigger than that. But yeah, it's kind of close to. The problem is it's close to Spider's base, but he says he doesn't mind if it's too close. So I have lined out this area, at the moment for it, but because it is close to his base, I do feel a wee bit bad. So if we can, we're gonna maybe even like I don't know, I'm not too sure yet, but I just know that it will get done. I've got a photo up of basically the build. This is the area that we're going for. I will probably just light it up a bit, but yeah, this is where the shopping district's going to be. Mine's kind of down the hill a bit, which you think would be bad for terraforming, but believe it or not, I think it might work out better just because of how large the build's going to be. Obviously it's not a massive mega base type thing, but it's a large shop, but it will stock a lot of items, so that does kind of make sense on that end anyway. But yeah, so what I'll do is I'll kind of try to start some layouts of it, and we'll see how it's looking. And so we've kind of already started the what is it, the the granite outline there. So that's the staircase going up. And do you know what? It's not as big as I thought. And don't worry, that's off center. It was just kind of a squared area claimed, but it's not as big as I thought. So it still fit in with other people's builds. And there's Levi's big spawn pathway, so it kind of fits on the pathway. Again, I do feel bad that things bases over spiders. We did give us permission to all kind of build in this area, so it works out well. It can wait for other people to get their shops up as well, and we are potentially getting more people into the server at some point here, but yeah, so we're going to just basically duplicate this on each side and then add the stone stairs in. So this, believe it or not, I actually think we may just scrape by on the resources to get the stairways and stuff done. Um, And then other than that, it's kind of dirt pathways and some stone bricks. So this actually might be a faster build and probably one of the only builds I have actually got completed. I am in two minds about what I'm doing at the top. It would be pretty sick to do like it out of gold or something like that, but that might be a bit too much. But yeah, so we're just gonna get back down here, and we're just gonna basically replicate everything we've already kind of done. I just need to make sure that I'm following markers. Like I want to do this on the edge, and then copy it up, and then I will have to do a bit of terraforming. But that in in the long run is like is actually okay in comparison to some of like the material stuff we have together. Is that correct? I think it might be off by one block. I'm not too sure, but we'll work it out. Like I was so excited about doing this build that I was actually so tempted on like starting a hardcore series just to have it on my own series, and then I realized that this is like an SMP and this will be really fun build anyway. So I just committed to doing this instead. But uh, how did we do that? Oh yeah, it's not even. Oh, that was my bad. Oops. Let's get that back down. I have to go the opposite way now. I believe King Turbo is heading over our way, but we've made some progress. We've got some stars in on this side, and we are kind of just working on this bit as well. I did do it off center, like I said, but I got it worked out. So it's actually a lot larger than I thought, but I will obviously kind of change this area. Do you want to test it out from a further height or no?
Yes.
Ready? Let's do this. Right, need to get my spear out. Let's do this. Whoa! Did that do it?
You killed me, but I didn't lose anything, so that's good.
That was so OP. I owe you
There you
something for that, but don't have anything on me. Oh no, you can keep it. Don't worry.
No, I don't care. I don't care. I got 16 of these things.
Someone set up a farm by yours or something. Was it?
Yeah, someone set up a farm, and so I've just been using it this whole time. So if you got any bad omen effects things, please give me some, because then I can
Uh,
just sell all the totems.
I actually
That's
do
my
have two of them, so I will leave some over. When I'm back on later, I'll just drop them there, or you can have a room each. Actually, they're in my ender chest. Yeah, I'll leave some over at your base even whenever I'm back on.
yeah, right.
But I do have to go now, just to do some work. So
Go.
even if you just do whatever you're doing here, if you want some wool, just to line out where you're putting your base, there's some there. That's
Thank
what
you.
I did here. And then sure you can grab some of this outline wool if you want. I shall see you when I'm back on later. As usual,
Rog,
good chatting.
oh, I'm gay. Is the
Whoa,
last thing you hear from.
that made the video.
Yes, good.
And boom, King Turbo's gone, and this is the progress we've made. So looking at it, it's actually come together really quick. In real life, I have actually been away from a computer and stuff like that. But let's just have we fly around. We've had to get more stone and stuff like that. But believe it or not, like the granite actually lasted. But yes, this is what we followed. We basically followed it like exactly the way I had it on that creative world. So it's looking real nice. We're just going to need a lot more stone, which I'll be spending a lot of time basically trying to get out of breath. But yeah, so we'll get some stone and we should hopefully get this going again. But I just wanted to come back to update just to show you the way it's looking. I want to see what it looks like from the pathway over here. Okay, do you know what? It kind of captures it. So we're not doing too bad. So what we need next is a little bit more granite, a bunch more stone, and then a lot of dirt. And this main bit should be done. I think we'll get the build done itself, but we'll probably not get the interior for the shop done. What we'll do is have a temporary shop just at the top bit. But so far, you know, it's a decent size area. I'm actually really excited to get this completed. So back to the mining boards, literally not the writing boards, the mining boards, and we're gonna hopefully get enough materials to finish this build. And look, we've done the base. It has taken an incredibly long time and a lot of resources, but we've done this. Let's go around and I'll show you about it a bit. Because this is definitely fully done and it's definitely not only core of the way done, and we don't even have all the shroom lights. So yeah, no, we're not done yet. This probably took me an hour or so, like, or 2 hours, potentially longer than that. Actually, to be fair, I've been on for like, yeah, I've been on for like near 2.5 hours just to get this stuff. It's just because I don't have the resources. But let me just even, let's see, we do have some elytra and stuff like that, so we will fly up and we'll have a look from afar. Like, that's looking good. That is look. You can't tell me that's not even a bit overkill for a shop. And we've obviously got these wee lights to keep the place lit up. But yes, we've only got 1/4. I actually think stone isn't even, like, the resources aren't even the problem. It's just it just can be a bit time consuming. I definitely need to grind out a bit more granite, and I'm going to do all the stairs first, I think, and then add the stone in between. And then just the stuff like the shroom lights, we've been well, obviously change these to shroom lights, but it'll be a nice way to light out from the outside. So I think when it's night time, I'll come back and even show you what I'm thinking of. And don't worry, we'll fill out like all of these gaps as well, so there's not like any gaps. So it will look like pretty clean inside, and there's going to be so much room inside, which means we could potentially set up some farms and all to aid us with our shop. But looking at from, like I said, up here, like this is I think that's looking good, and the thing is a great foundation. And believe it or not, I think personally it's actually such a nice unused maybe theme for like a shopping district type area. But no, I thought it'd be pretty cool. I just wanted to show you this and pretend like I've done lots when realistically I've just done 1/4. But now we've done the 1/4, I'm going the measurements out. It'll be very fast to get this completed. So we'll basically be back with you, and we've hopefully all 4 sides done, and we're ready just to work on the top. So the zombie, will you ready to go away from me, zombie? Not to big myself up, but that is looking darn good. Levi's been on, and he's actually kind of started the pathways and stuff around the place. So again, that's looking really awesome. But yeah, this is what we've got going for. I do understand it's one kind of color format. It's kind of blocky, but we'll try to make it look nicer at least whenever it comes to it. Like there will be designs, more patterns and stuff like that. We're just trying to get the main frame down, but that in my opinion, that's looking pretty good. So we're going to continue getting the last 2 back corners done, and then that should be us done the main bit. And then, like I said, even if we get the full build done this episode, we'll have a temporary shop up top, and then what I'll do is we'll drop down below. Hopefully we'll have a few farms. I might have a wee chest where if people want to dispose their cobblestone they can, and then I'll have a wee furnace down below that kind of changes it to stone, which is awesome. So yeah, keep watching. We should hopefully have this done the next time we come back, actually. And would you have a look at that? All 4 sides finally done. Let me just throw this out of our hands so we can get a good look at it. That is looking really crispy. If I do say so myself, we do have obviously work on this top bit, which we'll do now. It's just I want to come back when I've got this done, and it has taken about two days, and I really do want to see how much stone we've made out since. But yeah, so this is what it's looking like at the moment. There actually isn't a way in yet. It will be through the top. But for now, we'll just quickly have a look. Yeah, we ended up putting this down to get rid of some of the dirt and stuff like that. So we'll smooth out in here, and I actually think I might like do curved cave in here to sell the stone and stuff like that. But that'll be like in the future. For now, it's just gonna be a couple of things up there while it's still in progress. So it is looking pretty good, and like I said, Levi has been working on the pathways, which is pretty cool. And then I actually watched a stream. I'm not going to go into it too much because I don't want it to be a spoiler, but he's actually started his shop there as well, which is a paint shop. It's pretty awesome. So as soon as I get the rendering distance add-on in, I should be able just to see both of us in the same area. But that is so cool. I'm really proud of this. It's a definitely unique design, I think, for when it comes to like a stone shop. So yeah, like I said, we'll probably do, so this is all like block based palette, but up here it'll not be. So the wee stone hut that kind of bees up here in real Aztec temples, we'll use maybe some like tuff and stuff like that just to make it look a lot nicer and stand out differently from this. And then in the future, what it'll be is, see, instead of having the chest up here to buy stuff, you'll be able to drop down through here, and it'll be like a cave area, which I think would be pretty awesome. So other than that, I will work on the top bit there, and then restock the shop area. But we're flying through this, and I think for being only like a few minutes of content, like I've done quite a lot. It has actually been a few days. Oh, what happened there? I am so excited to see what the shopping district will become. I know King Turbo is doing his there, I believe. So when I get this rendering like fully put in properly, it'll be so sick. I don't really, because he's obviously doing some YouTube video, but this is the spoilers already. That looks so nice. I wish it kind of went for more of like a real city type shop, but there's just something like the work I put into this. I think it's so good, and it's a good way of getting dirt. The one thing you probably have noticed is that these have shroom lights, over here doesn't, so that's something I will have to work on getting some more of, shroom lights, so it stays lit up during night time, just so people can come all throughout the day and get stuff. But we're going to work on it the same with Aztec temples. It does just be a wee stone box with some like sayings in it. So I think I'm actually going to stick to that basicness, but I am going to use it out of different materials just so it stands out. It would be sick to do it out of gold, like, but I think obviously that might be that could potentially be a bit a bit too much. But from the roadway, I really like what Levi's done. He's like our guy that does the infrastructure. But yes, from over here, that isn't looking too bad at all. And then just from further away, I just keep doing this because it's like my first time. Look how nice those pathways are. Like you just fly in. I can't wait to get the render distance up. But yeah, that's looking good. And I'm not too sure if the beacon's gonna stay. We do need that. Actually, while we're here, I will. So my base is just like actually reasonably quick. I've been using that cave for materials, but we'll fly over here. I actually haven't been working on the base. I still have that big massive tower that's not complete, but I'm actually going to show you. Is my base around this way? I think it's over this way potentially. Yes, I'm going to show you like where I've been gathering the stone from. Yeah, this is my base here. The elytra's looking pretty good. A lot of dirt and a lot of resources. So this is why this chest area is going to become so good. It feels so long since I've been here. But yeah, let's just come through here. This is what I've done, like to get our resources. So pretty, quite a bit, you know, made out. And then this here is just the the outside. So we've been doing a lot. I wasn't even going to do anything here, but I think it just gives us the opportunity to do more room over there. But we are gonna set up our shop a bit better now. I believe we'll probably have a shopping district portal, even though it's like right beside spawn. Actually, to be fair, spawn's just. I've already run out of rockets. That's not good. And then my silk touch pickaxes run out. I am just doing this to get some of the time up because I realized there's probably about 5 minutes of work of recording. And it's just me spending about 3 days straight on that build. Just with whatever time I do have. Let's fly around here. It's a shame that I don't get on at the same time as most of the other boys. They're all on at a different time. But yes, as you can see here, this is the shop, and this is the spawn portal. And then as soon, oh whoa, he's done a bridge and everything. That guy's awesome. What's it say? To Levi's Wild West. That's so sick. So this pathway, like, it goes through the shopping district and stops, but it is the direction towards his base, and he's doing like a Wild West theme. So that's so awesome. A big credit to him because that's looking cool, and I'm just glad that we were able to get some of this done. Like just like see from up here, it's that you don't get like the full like extent of this structure until you're like standing over here. But I don't mind that too much because it just looks so goddamn clean. But tell me what you think of the design. I am obviously still working on it, and the top bit will be technically a separate build. It's getting worked on now, but I'm loving this already. I've loved the amount of time I put in this episode, and right now I still have a day's deadline. I'm going to try to make this more of a weekly thing, and spend the full week on doing certain projects. But yeah, so now on to let's see the top tower and time to make it look even more nice. So before I show you the complete build being done, I decided at the top build I was going for something simple and basic, kind of the follow style. I didn't want to do gradients. I kind of liked the simplistic style of like the Aztec builds and stuff like that. So what I've done is I've actually changed up the palette at the top, which made me go, oh damn, I wish I could change the whole palette, but I've decided to keep it separate. So just let me know what you think. It will be a wee bit of an eyesore, but trust me, you'll get used to it. So looking at it here, you're probably going, it's quite simple. Let me just, well actually here we go. Let me just show you. So it does look quite simple, and this is quite different. It would have been cool if it had the tuff the whole way, but I like the way it's separate, and I like the simplicity of it. I like how basic that it does look. But yeah, like I said, it has took quite a while and stuff like that. But yes, I really like the design at the top. I might work in some stuff around the top, but like for now, this will be the main build. I would do some terraforming around it, and again, there's Levi's we shop there. But at the moment, I think it looks really awesome. I have been doing a lot of work to get this completed. From like this distance, it doesn't obviously look the nicest, but even up here, I think I've laid out the shop quite well. So everything, basically everything is coming soon. These are mainly walls, but I did stick in some of the smooth blocks here as well. Oh, hello. Man's just and I currently don't have my okay. We're just going to go boom, bam, man. Sorry guys, the shop is not open yet. The shop is not open. I can tell you now, the amount of grinding and then the XP I've had to get myself just to get the tools repaired to do this has been quite a lot. Ooh, nice. Oh, what's that say? Projected arrow. Does that say the same now? Oh, strange. Well, yes, let's head back up here anyway. Yeah, so I actually think that the saying is really nice. I kept the beacon here for now, and we do have a speed boost. And like as you can see, there's walls and there's all the different types of bricks, but there will be stairs and stuff like that coming soon. It's just what it could kind of make in the meantime. So we'll come here when people first come in. These signs are only temporary, but it'll just say only raw blocks, and even at that, there's only like some actually available, like these three. The rest I'll have to work on, potentially do a Twitch stream. But yes, so that's the way it's laid out. I really like the basicness of the barrels just being stacked out. There's something so clean about that. But yes, so only raw blocks for now. We'll stock up on smooth versions, walls, and other blocks. The block types are being sold are stone, stone brick, smooth stone, granite, andesite, diorite, tough, deep slate. All the deep slate. So like we've got this, and then we've got the tails and stuff like that, and the smooth and the plain, and potentially we'll sell like the mained like uncracked version. But yes, I'm really proud of this build. Like to me, like this, I know it doesn't look like it's a simple pattern. Like it's not gradient based, which gradient is a big thing. But I like how it just changes into being this. I'm glad. I honestly like think that in the future could potentially change it all to being the tough to make that look nice. But it was kind of a good shout. I think it captures it being like a stone shop. I know it's quite different than Levi's over there, but I think it like I really like it to be fair. So it's my shop, my build. I looked at a photo and I went, oh, I think I could do that, and then I did it. So I don't know how long we've been recording. I do think it's only I just think it's slightly over 10 minutes, but I'm really proud of how the shop looks. It's definitely really cool. I'm potentially going to do a second thumbnail just using like what we've got here, so like that alone looks really awesome. So there's potential to make that thumbnail. I'm not too sure what I'm going to do, but yes, I'm really proud of the build. Again, tough maybe getting swapped out here, that's a future project. And then I don't know what I'm doing with the pathway trying to say, but it's really cool. The not so cool part is the underneath bit, which we're going to head down and show you now. I kind of opted out of the idea of having that cave just for now. It's just a big blank empty space. But what we will potentially do is have like some farms down here that might aid the shop and stuff like that, like maybe a furnace type thing. Like I said, potentially get people who don't want their cobblestone anymore to have like a wee bin area, but we have like super smelter. So all that's cool. That chunk is not loaded, but that's pretty cool. So yeah, let me know what you think of this build. I think it's definitely my favorite. Again, the top bit, even though it's basic, I actually like it more than the rest. The rest that I spent so much time getting. And then you don't really want to even look in these shulkers. It's just a bunch of mess, so we need to get them sorted out as well. But yep, that's the shop for us. A lot of stocking up needing done. It is going night time, so we'll go to sleep. But yeah, I think what we'll do is what I forgot I'm doing that. What we'll do, wait, whoa, this is so cool. Yeah, as you can probably tell, I've never actually used that mod or add-on. But yeah, I think going forward, a lot of stocking up will have to be done. We're not necessarily guaranteed that people will buy stuff, but I'm going to have a lot of fun using a lot of my diamonds to buy a bunch of stuff. So yeah, I'll see where the video takes us. Like, this could be the end of the video for all I know, but I've had lots of fun anyway. If it is, it's took me the full week to get it done, but I'm pretty happy and pretty proud of it. I think we're going to just leave it off there. How do we look back in the footage? We haven't really done too much. A lot of it today was just kind of showing the build at different stages. This is probably my most like build focused episode without getting distracted. I know it was just a bunch of cutting in between just in between the stages of the builds, and then obviously the wee cameo from King Turbo that we get nearly every episode now, which is quite fun. But going forward, I don't have any plans for next episode, which is a first. We do need to finish off our base area, but that'll be something that'll obviously just be getting worked on as well. And in stocking this up, there is a potential that we do a stream, but maybe on Twitch. If there is, there will be an announcement and stuff like that. So don't worry too much. But I am really excited the fact that we've got a shopping district, the fact that Levi's got a shopping district build as well. It's all come together really great, and a big shout out to Levi for the infrastructure on the server. Without him, it would be infrastructure useless. So yeah, I think everything is going quite well so far. The series, we're only on episode 7, and we've now got this going, so that's pretty great. There is a server extension happening hopefully by the end of this month, so we're guaranteed another 3 months of the server, which is fun. There's no plans for season 2 as of yet. There will be one, but I know we're getting onto it really early doors. It's just at the moment we're only getting started. There should be another recruitment drive or like a drive to get more players onto the server, but at the moment there isn't one, just because we're still kind of getting things together. A few members, unfortunately, not in a bad way or anything like that, just are no longer part of the server, just because inactivity, and they're not content creators as well, so that's just where they kind of went. Not that it's a bad thing, just haven't been on in a few months anyway. So like the girls and Immortal and stuff like that, they kind of just parted ways from the server, not in bad terms. If they want back on, that they just have to give us a message. But I think they had their play course, so their builds are always going to be a part of the server as well, which is really cool. But going forward, we'll be trying to see if we get some more people with a similar like play style and stuff like that, just kind of the way Levi is, the way Cat is, the way Spader, we've got King Turbo, we've got Jade. So all these players, they're all in the same category of small content creators, just looking to have a bit of fun and play, and follow a certain definitely not Hermitcraft rules on a server. So if you maybe are a type of individual that's made it this far to the video and think that you would be a good addition to the channel and would follow not that there's rules but just kind of the same play style, just let me know and maybe we'll get you on the server. But anyways, it's been Daniel. I've had a lot of fun today. It's my longest project, but with the least amount of recording, which is surprising. But yes, I'll just catch you in the next one.